Hello and welcome to this channel. This is the Edisam Educators channel. In this video, we'll be looking at intervals. We'll be looking particularly at semitones and tones, otherwise referred to as half step and whole step. The British call it semitones and tones, while the Americans refer to it as half step and whole step. So basically, that will be our topic in this lesson. So what are intervals? What are semitones? What are tones? What are half step? What are whole step? But before we proceed, I would like you, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that you always be notified whenever I upload a new video, and hit the like button as well. If you have any question at the end, you have any comments on how we can serve you better, then you're free to drop your comment in the comment section as well. So this video is actually for musicians, instrumentalists, choristers, singers who want to acquire theoretical knowledge. Okay, so I have a couple of lessons. In case you are hooked, just move to the previous lessons and you do yourself a whole lot of good. In our previous lesson, we looked at the piano keyboard, and the piano has 12 unique keys. The piano has what? 12 unique keys, 7 white keys and 5 white keys. So we have the keys as C, D, E, F, G, A, B. This is 7 white keys. This C is the same thing as this one again. So I'm not counting it. 7 unique white keys and 5 black keys, making a total of 12 unique keys. So we are going to be looking at a concept of tones and semitones. Okay, that is what we're looking at in this lesson. So as you join us, you will not regret the time spent. So we move directly to our lesson right now. Lesson, we looked at the piano keyboards, and I said something that if you observe on the white keys, that in between 2 white keys there exists a black key. That was what I said in the previous lesson. But there are 2 points. 2 points exist where there is no there is no black key in between white keys, and those points were between key E and F. If you observe E and F, there's no black key in between. If you observe between key B and C, there is no black key in between B and C. But in every other place, C and D, there's a black key. D and E, there's a black key. F and G, there's a black key. G and A, there's a black key. A and B, there's a black key. And it goes on and on. It repeats itself all over again. But E and F, B and C, there is no black key. So why is it so? So this is how music goes. So music goes in interval. If I play C and I play C again, what you're going to get is the same sound. But if I play C and I play D, the sound is going to change. So there's a difference in sound. I have an interval. The interval where I have the interval between C and D, where I have a black key in between the white key and these 2 white keys, and the interval between D and E are actually the same. Those intervals are the same. The interval are what? They are the same. The interval between C and D and E, where we have black keys in between those white keys, are the same. So the interval between C and D, D and E, F and G, G and A and B, B and C are the same. That distance is called a tone. It's called what? A tone. That distance between C and D is called a tone. So it is called a tone. Let me use the alphabet, capital T. So between C and D, there is a black key. Between C and D, that distance is a tone. Between D and E, you have another tone. Between F and G, you have a tone. Between G and A, you have a tone. Between A and B, you have a tone. And between, okay, we've already dealt with C and D already. So what is happening between E and F where there is no black key? There, the distance is half. What you have there is called a semitone distance. A semitone distance. So between E and F, what you have, the interval, the distance is a semitone. Between B and C, what you have, the interval there is a semitone as well. What you have there is what? A semitone. You have a semitone distance. Okay. So in other places along the white key, what you have is you have this thing. You have tones. Now, this tone can also be called O step, while semitone can be referred to as half step. The Americans call it half step. The American refers to tone as O step, why they refer to semitone as half step. Why the British use the word tones and semitones. Okay, so that is just what we have with these white keys. Okay, so wherever you have no black key in between white keys, the distance there is what? Is a semitone. And you need to actually really understand the semitones. The distance between B and C is a semitone or a half step. The distance between E and F is a semitone or a half step. While the distance between every other key, C and D, is a whole step or a tone. D and E, a whole step or a tone. F and G, a whole step or a tone. Okay. So what's a semitone? A semitone is the shortest distance in pitch between any two notes. Okay. So now, how does the semitone relate to a tone? How does the semitone relate to a tone? Two semitones gives you one tone. So a semitone plus a semitone gives you a tone. Now, how is that possible? How is that possible? I'm going to explain. Now, if you look, although we've not yet named the white and black key, the black keys so far, but where we said that between C and D that the distance is a tone, why? A black key exists in between them. That means that before you get to the white key, you could have this black key is closer. You could have gotten here, moved from C to this black key. When you land here, just like, let's assume you are jumping. You jump to this point, and then after jumping to this black key, you now jump from the black key to this white key. So the distance in moving from the C, this white key, C, to this black key, that distance is actually a semitone. And the distance also in moving from this black key to this white key D is a semitone as well. So you can move in two ways. Either you move from C, the white key, to the black key in between, and from the black key to the white key D. So from here, from C, the white key, to the black key, that distance is a semitone. From the black key to the white key D is also a semitone. And you can move from here to here, here to here. Also, you can choose to just jump directly without landing here, from C directly to D, which is a tone. So since the direct distance direct jump is tone. And when you are moving in beats, you have a semitone here, you have a semitone here. That means two semitones make a tone. It actually implies that two semitones makes a tone. So that is just what is happening wherever you have a black key. Like, let's go to G and A. The distance between F and G, the black key, when you move from F to that black key, the distance is a semitone. And when you move from the black key to G, the distance is a semitone. But all together, if you move directly from F to G, you have a tone. So that means one semitone plus another one semitone makes a tone. So wherever you have a tone is made up of two semitones, or in the American way, we have whole step. A whole step is made of two half step. Okay. So what is just happening here? I can use a ladder or a staircase to explain. From the beginning here, from C, the beginning of this keyboard, to this C, this other C. Once I move from C to this C again, what I have is called an octave. An octave is when you move to a key of the same alphabet or sound, but either higher or lower. So you've covered an octave. So we're going to move from this C to this C and see what is happening. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So from C to D, what do we have? A tone. From C to D, we have a tone. That is two semitones. From D to E, what do we have? A tone because of the black key. That is two semitones. From E to F, what do we have? A semitone. From F to G, we have a tone. From G to A, we have a tone. From A to B, we have a tone. From B to C, we have a semitone. Okay, so this is actually the key of C major, although we've not gotten to that level right now. This is the key of C major, the basic key, which is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. But I was saying that I will relate this movement to a staircase or a ladder. So this is my ladder here. These are the rocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is C. This is C. This is C. So if I want to move from C to D, the distance from C to D is what? Is a tone, which is actually how many semitones? Two semitones. So that means from here to here is one semitone. If I move from here from this rock to this second rock, I've covered one semitone, and from this rock to this other rock, I've covered another semitone. So this is D. This is what? D. Okay. Now the same thing happens for me to move from D to E. The distance is a tone, so I need to cover two semitones. So from here to here is one semitone. From here to here is another semitone, E. So we are taking it that the distance between one rock of the ladder is one semitone. From rock to rock we have semitone. Now at E on the keyboard, from between E and F, what is the distance? Is it a tone or a semitone? The distance is actually a semitone. So that is just, from here to here is one semitone. So this is F. From F to G, what we have there is a tone. There's a black key. So you skip one row, move to the next row. This is G. From here to here, one semitone. From here to one semitone. Then from G to A tone again. So that means From here to here, a tone, a semitone. From here to here, a semitone. This is A. Okay. Now, from A to B, the distance is a tone. That implies two semitones. So you move here again. That is B. Okay. So from B to C, the distance is a semitone. So it's just the next row. So C to D. If you are climbing this ladder, if you want to get to C, you have to skip one row. If you want to get to D, you have to skip a row directly. If you want to get to F, you don't skip anything. You just move from a current row to the next one of the ladder. Okay. But if you are here, C, and you want to move to the black key, you have to just move from this row of this ladder to this row. So we can also use a staircase to illustrate this. So this is how semitones and tones relate. Okay. So from here to here, semitone, 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 here to here, semitone. So I believe you actually understood the concept of tones and semitones. So like I said that the British, they refer to them as semitones and tones, while the Americans refer to them as half step and whole step. So with this, we've actually come to the lesson for today. So watch out for our next lesson and prepare to join us. In case you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe and like the video and share it with others as well. Thank you, and join us in our next lesson.
Thank you so much for joining us in this lesson. I know you actually enjoyed the lesson and understood very well the information that was being passed. So please do remember to join us in our next lesson. Make sure you join us in our next lesson. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to our next lesson. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and like the video. Also share with your friends. And you can connect with us via social media handles. This is my WhatsApp number and this is my Instagram username account. Thank you as you join us in our next lesson. Bye.